Behind the Scenes with Michael Landon's Highway to Heaven. It was the beautiful beginning of an exciting 3 days at Leisure World in Seal Beach. Michael Landon Productions were on their way to tape a program for Highway to Heaven series, a program titled Love at Second Sight. Seal Beach, Leisure World, and Michael Landon Productions had both done their homework. Sites had been selected, personnel alerted, and on the day that dawn became day, trucks rolled in through Leisure World's front gate. Not just one or two vehicles, the prop trucks, cars, and vans you see were just a part of the equipment that should be used in 3 days of taping. The value of that equipment over $3.5 million. Fred Cooper, Leisure World's Community Relations Director, is on hand to greet Ken Fix, Business Director for Michael Landon Productions. Now, much of the equipment for the 3-day shoot had been set up in the library parking lot at Leisure World. A sound and video track where all the scenes will be taped and later edited for use in the show, and 6 prop trucks that hold most of the many articles to be used by the actors. Kent McRae, actor Victor French, and Fred Cooper survey the equipment site. And here is Francis Looney, Leisure World's first Porta-Pack president, on a coffee run, greeting them.
Our executive producer. I'm bringing a cup of coffee for the librarian.
The Highway to Heaven crew is ready, but as always in a movie or television production, there's a lot of standing around and waiting until all the myriad pieces are put together. Now you're watching part of Leisure World's Porta-Pack crew at work. Del Dickerson, Francis Looney, librarian Auline Love, and this show's producer, Ann McGee. Outside the Leisure World Library, the Porta-Pack crew saw, you're seeing, a relaxed, capable Highway to Heaven crew putting together a highly professional program. Our Porta-Pack camera takes a look at a Group W tote bag. Comcast now owns the Seal Beach Company and continues to work with Leisure World Porta-Pack Club. And here is some of the Highways to Heaven sophisticated lighting equipment. Michael Landon, a handsome and pleased producer. The newest in zoom lens being set up by an expert cameraman. Most probably, the level of professionalism displayed by the entire Highway to Heaven crew accounts for the relaxed, comfortable atmosphere that prevailed during 3 days of taping at Leisure World. Here's a Porta-Pack look at a rehearsal inside the library with actors John McLiam and Harvey Vernon.
So far.
Watch out. Woman's been married 3 times since I've been here. Every one of her husbands croaked, and they didn't take their money with them. Left it all to Winnie the Pooh there.
Thanks for the tip. I'll be careful. Oh, boy. Are you going to the dance tonight?
Couldn't be bothered.
Why not?
All those old fogies jumping around like teenagers. Ask me, they ought to grow up and act their age.
Hell, I like to dance. Keeps you young.
Last time I danced over 4 years ago. Barbara.
What?
My wife, she passed on.
I'm sorry.
Me and you both, my friend. She's a great gal. Loved to waltz. I like cha-cha myself. I wasn't very good at it, but Babs and me sure had a good time.
So you do like to dance, huh?
Did. Don't now.
Come on, Roy. Let you and me go to the dance tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd just stand around like some old wallflower.
Great-looking guy like you, you'd have the ladies standing in line.
Well, don't believe it or not, there was a time.
I bet there was. Come on. Ted Simpson and Roy Grant, Lady Killers at Large. What do you say we go to the dance and break some hearts, huh?
Producer Landon checks and approves the actor's work. Everybody got into the act, even leisure employees. Between rehearsals and takes, actor John McLean chatted with Leisure World residents and the Portapac crew. Like many Leisure Worlders, John is an avid traveler. He had just returned from a trip through Ireland and enjoyed sharing his views on the pluses and minuses of travel abroad, including the advantages of bed and breakfast inns over traditional motel stopovers. Makeup is an integral part of the mystique and magic of movies and television. Here we're watching Michael Landon being readied for a scene. A Michael Landon who looks so great without makeup that you may readily wonder why he needs it for the show. But lights and camera angles can create all sorts of problems. And every professional actor is aware of the value of a good makeup artist. The lady in the hat who keeps moving in and out of our makeup sequence is one of the Highway to Heaven scriptwriters. Highway to Heaven has its own staff of makeup artists and hairdressers who work for the production company. Makeup, base, blushes, lighteners, eyeliners, all carefully applied, reapplied, and powdered, and then repowdered for the perfect finish. Ready, hopefully, for the perfect take. One of the lighter moments in Love at Second Sight, Victor French as Mark conducts a rehearsal and a take of a senior exercise class in action.
Okay, here we go, rehearsing. And, Michael, what do you want the playback to kill?
Well, the playback should be killed, just get into a little of the rhythm. You'll kill it.
Okay, here we go, ready for playback?
Yep.
Okay, and playback. A little louder.
Good people hear that?
Okay?
Oh, that's plenty. That
Yeah,
can't
that's enough. That's the big guy? Okay.
I can name that tune in a half a note. Probably not.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Did you hear the now?
No. Gotta do that loud.
I'll do it for you.
Okay. Okay, everyone in place. Here we go. Guys, put on in place here. 1,
All right, guys, that's enough for today. No one to worry now, all right? Just take a rest, take a break. That's good. Work. Oh.
Job to sit there.
Shocking, these people are gonna kill me.
Don't worry about it. They're going to be your time.
They're gonna kill me.
Yeah. Don't be bent over, Frank. This camera's fairly tight. So, you know, be forward, but don't get over.
And Mark's A. B Mark. There. Back round, everybody, action.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, let's run in place here a little. Here we go. All right with it. Come on, get their knees. Get those knees up. Good. That's hold on. Let's that'll be good for today. We don't want to worry. Hang it up, boy. Get it right.
Job's a real cinch, isn't it?
These people are going to kill me.
Relax. Tell you what time is now.
Michael Landon, as Jonathan observes Mark, and is amused by his partner's lack of energy. Next, the Portapac camera followed the Highway to Heaven crew to Clubhouse 2 to tape actor Victor French watching a square dance rehearsal. Another scene set up at Clubhouse 2. Again, lulls between rehearsals and takes. Lulls that allow for last-minute revisions. Michael Landon confers with one of his production staff members. And Michael's son, the young man in the red cap, seems to be getting just a bit weary. This card-playing scene, in which the four ladies are very busy gossiping about the new widow move-in, was designed to forward the plot of Love at Second Sight. And later, we'll be talking with Peggy Doyle, the actress facing the camera in the pink blouse in this bridge-playing scene. To retain anonymity of locale, the back gate Leisure World sign was temporarily replaced with one that read Clearview. At the back gate, the Highway to Heaven crew is setting up for another scene vital to the plot of Love at Second Sight. A scene featuring Michael Landon as Jonathan and John McLean as Ted.
I'm sorry, Chuck.
Action! Sorry about that, old timer.
Rehearsing assignment.
No kidding, same here. You look like a top-level executive. Fancy car, angels are moving up in the world.
Well, the boss gave me a special assignment. And an expensive mountain. I figure where I come from, the sky's the limit. If we get there, well,
Hey, be back.
have a nice day.
Right by where the plants are. And he's got a chance to write
Between scenes at the back gate, a happy crew relaxes.
We're number one.
That takes care of that.
Michael has been working pretty hard and figures it's time for a change of attire. And certainly looks better than most, making that change. We're over at the golf course now, and Highway to Heaven's sound man is checking out his audio control board for this outdoor shot. A handheld camera and lights are trained on two of the Love at Second Sight stars. We should all be so lucky to have this kind of loving care lavished on our tee shots. Michael Landon's son in his red cap is right in there sharpening skills in his father's business. John McLyon and Harvey Vernon rehearse on the putting green. And now producer Landon tries his luck. And in this case, fares no better than any ordinary mortal. Setup continues in the bright sunlight that still needed the addition of this large spotlight to counteract any problems with shadows.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Fred. Yeah, sit. Oh, it's okay. Don't have them looking at us down here. Here we go.
And now Portapack's Francis Looney gets reaction from Leisure World resident Mrs. Chapman.
For their program, the Highway to Heaven program, and we're talking with Mrs. Chapman. Is it Miss or Mrs. Chapman? Mrs. Chapman.
Not male.
Mrs. Very good. How have you found this activity? Has it been exciting or unnerving or?
No, not unnerving at all. In fact, I welcome all this activity for change.
Very good. I see they've done some things to your apartment. They put some branches up there to cover the windows.
They had a plastic board here, covered that up, that was pulled up. They took my gate off, they took my screen off, but they've got it back up.
Do they do anything with the interior,
No.
moving your furniture?
No.
Yeah, over in Mr. McCurdy's apartment, I understand they're moving furniture
Yeah,
in there.
there-
They'll have to gut his apartment.
Well, he's the groom, you know. He
Oh.
got married.
Oh yes, I know Howard very well. Yeah. Well, it's been wonderful. I think we've been enjoying the last 2 days and today too, moving around with the crew, watching
Oh, I
their
should
activities.
say, it's been a real pleasure.
Sure.
I'm surprised there weren't more people here.
I am too. The biggest crowd I think was over at Clubhouse 4 and then Clubhouse 2 when they did the dancing.
Our Porta-Pack cameraman took time to survey some of our Leisure World gardeners. One resident proudly pointed out the lovely flowers she's growing. We took a good look at the furniture the widow in love at second sight was moving into her apartment. Furniture carefully selected to reflect the taste and age group of the character in the story. Between scenes, the Highway to Heaven cast and crew chat with Leisure Worlders. Fred Cooper outlines a possible traffic pattern to Leisure World security guards.
Oh yeah, no problem. It's better to get it somewhere.
Michael Landon and his son talk with Leisure World residents and graciously pose for snapshots. Lights, camera, action by a fast-moving doggy.
I'm standing here talking with Peggy Doyle of the Michael Landon production. And you can hear the voices in the background. Peggy, what role do you play in this?
I play the part of Winnie, and I'm after the man who comes down to make things all right from heaven, the other angel, not Jonathan. And I spot him at Leisure World, and I make a play for him. And then he runs into his former wife, who is there, and begins to be interested in her. And I'm very disappointed, naturally, at this turn of events.
Did I see you over in Clubhouse 2 at a bridge table talking, three ladies talking about...
Talking about what's coming up next when I see them together. Yeah.
Very good. This has been most interesting for Leisure Worlders. I don't know how it is for an actress from outside to come into our community. And
It's very interesting. It's a lovely looking place. I never knew anything like this existed. It's really, really nice.
this is what most people who come to Leisure World say. They never know it existed. So maybe you'll come down and, are you local, California?
I live in Santa Monica. Mm-hmm.
Well, comes a time when you want to retire and play that real part that you've been acting here.
This would be the place to come. I'm surely would, yeah.
Come down and play a little bridge, and also maybe get active with some of the unmarried males here.
Right, okay.
Here Francis chats with Leisure World resident Rose Berg.
I've seen you around today watching this production. What do you think of it?
So far, it looks great. It's surprising how many people do turn out for something like this. This is Leisure World, the way it is.
Have you been able to catch any of the other scenes over in Clubhouse 4?
No, I haven't. I just took a chance on coming here today to be able to be near it. I know in the other places it would be kind of difficult for me to get close by.
Over in Clubhouse 2, they did a scene, a barn dance scene with our square dancing group, and that was really interesting to watch the way they decorated.
And I heard all about it. I've been getting all sorts of reports on everything that's going on.
Watch the cable.
Yeah.
Come on, step over here. We're being interfered with by some of the operations of the crew. They were moving cable and we had to jump out of the way. But that's typical when you're working with a television production crew.
It's great to be right up in the front and see all the activity.
It surely is. Yeah. Well, it's nice having you on camera, Rose, and I hope you enjoy watching the rest. You're going to come tonight when they do Mr. McCurdy's...
I'd love to. What time will that be?
I'm not sure, but it's going to be done at dark, so...
dark?
Yeah.
That'd be about 7 o'clock then.
I would think maybe. You'd miss the amphitheater show.
Well, I can't get up to the amphitheater anyhow. I've been missing it all summer.
We'll check with Fred Cooper and find out a little bit later in the day what time the production...
During another outdoor setup, Francis Looney interviews the sound man on the crew of Highway to Heaven.
Hank Bersiker, and he's the sound man for this production. We've watched him for the last 2 days, and he's very involved in checking sound, getting all the, make sure that he gets the right acoustics. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your equipment, Hank.
Well, it's a Niagara 2, and it just gets all the production sound, and we, on long shots, we use radio mics like we're doing now in this shot. We're at least a couple hundred yards away, so we just use radio mics, and I have a good crew to pick up the sound, and then whatever they get, I get.
I noticed in some of the interior shots you use a boom mic, holding it on the...
Yeah, we have an outdoor mic, which is that one right there. It's that gets closer, and it's a direct mic. And in the inside the rooms, you use a different mic.
Is this the fellow who holds the mic over here?
Oh, this is my utility man. Ron Cooper is my boom man. He's very good.
The guy who holds that mic, it must get very tiresome. It looks like it's on
yeah, sometimes he does, yeah. You want to talk to him, he's standing right over there.
Sure.
With another mixer about 20, 30, 40 years ago. Very good.
Yeah, now which is he?
Ron Cooper is the red-headed fella.
Okay. Well, let's talk. He's the fellow who holds the mic when,
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Very good. Thanks a lot, Hank, for being on our camera.
You're very welcome.
Maury's next. Maury Dexter. Have you interviewed him? He's the man that runs the company, actually.
Yes, but he refused to be on camera.
Oh, well, we'll change that. We'll have a talk with him.
If you can get him over here, we'll be happy. Or if we can get up to catch up to him. Ron, I understand you handle the boom mic and some of the shots.
Right. That's what I do. Yes.
Yeah. Is that, we just talked with Hank over here, is that pretty tiresome when you're holding that thing?
It's exhausting, especially if you've been up all night playing cards.
You don't stay up all night playing cards?
No. Friendly little game of cards last night, but no, it gets tiring, yeah.
How, do you spend 7 days a week or 5 days a week or 3?
5 days, 5 days.
Because the days are very long. You're in here at 6 o'clock some morning?
Yeah, it's an 11-hour day usually, basically.
And where do you go from here now?
Well, back to Los Angeles. We'll work at the studio and various different places. We work all over the Los Angeles area, really.
How have you found working in Leisure World as compared with working?
Yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful community, yeah.
There are some advantages, I suppose, in working in a enclosed community like this. You don't have so much traffic of one kind or another. Yeah. And we can control a little bit better, but also you might run into some older people who are not too happy about your being here.
I don't think so, not yet.
Very good. Happy to hear that.
No, it's been real nice. Nobody's gotten upset, I don't think.
I haven't heard a thing.
No, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Nice talking with you.
Very good.
Mr. Landon.
And Rain Administrator Bill Narang greets Michael Landon.
You your filming location and everything in order, or what is your feeling about how things were given to you?
Oh, everything's been terrific. We've had a great time and met a lot of really wonderful people here, a lot of whom are in the show.
You know, this Leisure World is, as you know, there are about 9,000 residents here and 6,400 some odd units that are really proud to have you selected this location for your next episode. We are delighted, and we think we want to thank you for selecting that. And I think your people have been very great in making sure that our property is well kept and well taken care of.
Well, thank you very much. And again, I want to thank everybody here for being so kind to us.
Francis Looney talks with Cassandra Joseph, former reporter with the Golden Rain News.
Some of the activity at the Landon production?
Absolutely, Mr. Looney. What we're doing is we thought it would be kind of fun to see how the residents are reacting to the filming here of Highway to Heaven, and everybody looks like they're having a pretty good time. We found one gentleman, Bob Smiley, who worked with Landon in Bonanza episodes, and he's a resident now. So I just found him here talking with some of his old workmates. So that was kind of fun.
Maybe we ought to talk with Mr. Smiley on camera. He caught my attention a minute ago, but we were rushing off to get Mr. Narang on camera with Mr. Landon. But if you find any interesting little stories, let us know, and we'll put them on tape. We've talked with Mrs. Chapman earlier this morning.
Yes, I certainly will. If I find anybody, I'll send them over.
Well, if they have interesting stories to tell, who've been involved in watching and reacting to the production.
Very good.
Yeah. Nice talking with you this morning.
And you, Mr. Looney, thanks very much.
You want to get back to your activity?
Absolutely. I've got shots to take, too.
Okay. I guess this is called the wardrobe van?
Yes, it is. This is our wardrobe trailer.
You have an awful lot of clothing here. It isn't just for this production.
No, we carry this with us all the time. We have a rolling stock, just in case we need anything or we have to dress any extras or redress them. So basically all of this is with us all the time.
I see. So you can take care. Now, you did scenes on the golf course. Did you provide golfing clothes for that?
No, on modern shows now, we ask the extras to come dressed. They're paid a fee for coming dressed in their own clothes. So it saves us a lot of work because we have a lot of principals to handle.
Would the same be true over in Clubhouse 4? You were doing an exercise scene.
Yes, they came in their own exercise clothes, and we provided those for the principals.
Yeah. Very good. Looks like you have tremendous amount of sizes. Do you separate the men's and the women's clothes?
Yes, we do. The women are in the back end, and the men are up front here. And we have double racks, 2 deep. And we carry just about basically everything we're going to need, a little bit of everything, just in case something comes up or they add a scene at the last minute or something like that.
And I don't think I got your name.
I'm Linda Taylor.
Linda.
And Bob Horn is our men's costume. Behind you.
Oh, you want to step down here, Bob, so we can get you on camera, too? Okay. Bob is busy. Well, that's the difference between men and women anyway.
He's a good ironer.
Yeah, he would go fine in my house because I don't do any iron. Thank you very much for being on camera. We're doing this for our local TV public access on cable TV. So we're happy to have Michael Landon Productions here in Leisure World.
Oh, we're enjoying ourselves.
Does it, I'm sure for your work, it doesn't make much difference where your location is?
No, it just depends on the weather because we have to carry cold weather gear when it gets cold and carry rain gear when it's raining, and so that's about the only thing. Wherever they send us, we go.
I understand you're going to Sacramento after this?
In a week.
Yeah.
We finish this show back in town, and then we start the new one on stage, and then we go up to Sacramento for a week in Sonora.
Well, you may find different climate up there.
Right. Right now I understand it means snow up there, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. Who are we talking to now?
Victor Allen French.
This talks with Victor Allen French, son of actor Victor French.
It's me. They call me Bear.
I see.
So there's no confusion between me and my dad.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I knew the older Victor French from watching him, and I didn't think. Oh, you work with the production?
Oh yeah, I stand in for him.
Uh-huh. And this is I was wondering what this equipment is here.
Well, this is a Husho, and we use them to prop the truck up. No, this is the prop truck. This is where they keep all the props and the beer and the, no, the Pepsis. And
Victor, everybody has asked the cardiac intensive care. Is that for a joke, or is that something you actually use as a prop?
I think we used it for a prop, and now we use it in case of Husho. We hit him with it.
Yeah, very good. I also understand Michael Landon's son works with the production.
Yes, he does. He's like an assistant cameraman.
I wouldn't know him. Somebody told me he was around in shorts yesterday, but there's a lot of people in shorts, so...
yeah, gotta keep cool.
Very good. Is this coming to a place like Leisure World, a secured community? Does it make any different problems for you and your work?
None at all. None at all. I mean, the crowds here are nice. I mean, there's no real crowd. It's nice and quiet. I just went bicycling all around. I'm not working at the moment, so I love it.
Are the bikes part of the props, or are there these two bikes here?
I don't know about these two, but the special effects guy has a bike that he lets me borrow.
Yeah.
The Highway to Heaven crew sets up for one of the romantic scenes in Love at Second Sight. John McLiam as Ted makes a gallant attempt to woo back his former wife, played by Martha Scott. First, rehearsal. And this time, the scene is a take. Time to break for that all-important item, food, marvelous food. A good meal that cast and crew thoroughly enjoy. And this is Highway to Heaven's Honey Wagon, a combination barbershop, dressing room, and restroom. Michael Landon as Mark tapes a scene with one of the actresses in Love at Second Sight. Here at the end of 3 days taping, Leisure World residents join the Highway to Heaven cast and crew in a festive farewell. We know these 3 days were happy, gratifying ones for Leisure World and the Quarterpack Club. We hope, too, that it was a good experience for Michael Landon and all his talented co-workers.